So the results are in. I did a poll, started a poll last week about Eyesign. Do people believe in it? Do they think it's real? And we have the results in. And we had 76 people vote in the poll. And 68% of those people don't believe in it. 32% do. But what was good from it is that we had a bunch of conversation going within the poll. And I personally had a lot of people giving feedback on it. I've had people private messaging me about it as well. It's always something I've been interested in, but I've never studied or got involved in. And it's something that I want to understand. And what came out of it is ultimately nearly two-thirds of people don't believe in it, but a third do. And each to their own, everybody's got their own opinions on it. What came out of it is I've had a few people offering to, I've had somebody offered to send me a DVD, and also other people suggested the people that they thought I should look at if it was something I'm interested in, which I am. My personal opinion is, based on the last week of looking into it, I think there's something in it. I'm not saying it's everything at all. Obviously, there are so many other elements of a good pigeon. But I think if you include Eyesign in it, I think it's something that personally I'm going to be looking at. And certainly when I'm setting up my breeding loft, it's something I'm going to be definitely looking at for breeding birds. Because what's come out of what I've been reading and watching in the last week is that there are predominantly two types of eyes out there. There's good breeding eyes and good racing eyes. And again, I'm only just starting on the journey. One thing that was suggested, and I was fortunate enough to speak to this guy last week, it's a guy called Nigel Llewellyn. And I spoke to Nigel and he suggested I should get his DVD, which I did. So I got this DVD. And in this DVD, Nigel goes head-to-head, essentially, with Graham Walker from Pigeon King, who's a complete skeptic. He's a non-believer. And in this DVD, they sit down and discuss it. And I think it's well worth a watch, definitely. I'm not going to tell you what the result of it is, because that would kind of be a spoiler to the end of the DVD. But after watching this DVD and what Nigel's got to say, this guy's been involved and studying Eyesign for the last 30 years. And watching this DVD is enough to make me know it's something I want to pursue and focus on within what I'm putting together, which is eventually going to be my breeding loft to enter birds into one-off races. Really good video. I get nothing for telling you about the video or anything like that, but out of what I've seen and what I've watched, this video is well worth watching, because if you're a skeptic like Graham Walker was, it's worth watching. The numbers and the results speak for themselves. And ultimately, I think Nigel is a guy. What I liked about this, and it's like Graham said in the video, there's a lot of scientific-based books out there on Eyesign, and I think you can get too complicated, you can get too scientific. And what I liked about what Nigel does is he makes things very simple. It's simple for me to understand, and I think that's the good thing about it. He simplifies it. It's the truth you want to learn, Mark, as Ronnie Bigwood. Thank you, Raymond. I shall have a look into that name. Cheers, mate. So yeah, that's my take on it. Like I say, poll results show 2/3 of people don't believe in it. A third do. Each to their own. Like I say, I'm not for 1 minute saying it's everything at all. And there's other elements to it that have got to be included. But it's certainly something that I'll be looking to study more, and definitely looking to use as part of a selection process when I start putting my breeding loft together. And as I've said before, my breeding loft will be solely to be entering birds into one loft races, and I want to make sure that I've got enough knowledge. I'm not saying that for 1 minute I'm going to be knowledgeable enough to be able to select the birds myself, and in fact I intend to speak to Nigel, who's on this video, to see if he can help me in the selection process. But they're the results. I thought I'd share them with you. Like I say, each to their own, we'll see, but I certainly, based on the last week of reading and watching and what other people have said to me, I think there's something in it, and I think I would rather introduce it as part of it rather than just disregard it. So catch you soon. Thanks for watching.